Okay, hey everybody. Come in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to bring this short video to you as I promised. It's about due process. The reason that I'm coming today to talk about due process, there is something happening in this Idaho 4 murder case. There has been clearly intent on getting evidence, information, testimony, witness statements out to the public. I have said this before, and I really don't like having to come to bring something that is not going to be found in a valid news article. If you search right now and you try to find something on a grand juror releasing information, details about what happened during the grand jury process, you're not going to find an article, not by a reputable news or media outlet. You're never going to find that article because this is something that should not be happening. This revealing of case details is something that is really rising to the level where I see there is a violation of the defendant's rights. He has rights that have to be upheld. He has certain rights like due process, where he is afforded a fair trial, a fair trial amongst his peers, where evidence is on witness testimony. You can have experts. Um, you can testify if you choose to as a defendant, but all of this is happening outside of the courtroom, right? This has been the media really pushing this information out there to get the public to have an opinion, to review, to assess all of these case ideas. I don't even want to refer to them as facts because we don't know if any of this is even true because this case has not went to trial yet. We want to make sure that the defendant is presumed innocent, and to proven guilty. We have not had any testimony, any facts put before us in a court of law that will either say he is guilty, he is not guilty, or there is going to be some type of hung jury where they cannot make a determination of guilt or innocence. It's like more increasingly as the time have gone on, there's been more media attention um, to the defendant about him, just releasing more details about the murders. It's very it's very wrong what is happening, and I feel that it's getting to the point. I don't even want to say this. I tried to put a warning out there months ago to stop the leaks, stop pursuing justice outside of law enforcement. That is their responsibility. That is their responsibility to go and seek justice, to meet, to interview witnesses, to go and seek the evidence, have it processed, interview potential witnesses, people that have information, gather the evidence, review the evidence, have an expert come in if necessary. This is not what is happening. I really feel like the defendant's rights in this Idaho 4 murder case are being violated. This is a violation of due process for a person to receive a fair trial. I also feel like even a change of venue would not be enough because this is all over the United States. And now it's getting to a point It's very hard for me to even say it. There has to be a balance where the defendant's rights are considered. He's treated fairly. He's given his adequate counsel, that the criminal procedures are fair, that they're transparent. We can rely, we can trust, that we have a high level of trust in those criminal procedures, that no one is trying to violate any of his rights when he's prosecuted. But this is not the case. It is to the level now where all of this information out in the media is going to influence a jury. How can this person receive a fair trial? I said it. I said it over and over again. I tried to put a warning out there. And now something has to be done. His rights are violated. He does not have due process. He will never receive a fair trial. I was just watching about a week ago when I told you I wanted to do the due process video. It was because I was seeing all over on YouTube various creators pushing out this information that a grand juror had released details to the victim's family about the Idaho 4 murder case. Do you know that grand jurors are sworn to secrecy? They cannot violate that oath. After they indict a person, there are rules to how they are supposed to perform their duty as a grand juror. I'm now wondering if part of part of the motion to dismiss the indictment, is this information known to the defense, that allegedly the grand jurors talked to the victim's family? They're told they are not supposed to discuss the case outside of that grand jury room. That includes not disclosing the case details to any family, any friends, even a spouse. You put the case at risk. You put people at risk when you violate this oath of secrecy. I have said it, and I feel we have passed the point now where this defendant can get a fair trial. Let me tell you what due process is. Due process, the conduct of legal proceedings according to established rules and principles for the protection and enforcement of private rights, including notice and the right to a fair hearing before a tribunal with the power to decide the case. It's also termed due process of law and due course of law. I feel that in this Idaho 4 case, there has been a clear violation of this defendant's due process rights. The leakage of the case has been going on from the beginning. And it is now time. The judge needs to step in. His rights have been violated. He will not receive a fair trial. And again, even if there was a change of venue, I do not feel with the level of the media involvement in pushing this information out, I don't even think he could get a fair trial if there was a change of venue. Let me tell you what a change of venue is. A change of venue is when there is a case in one area and it's moved to another area, and it's primarily due to the person not receiving fairness in the area where the case initially was. They're not going to receive a fair trial. This case has been tainted across the United States with so much leakage. How can a grand juror allegedly give the details of why the defendant was indicted? This is enough. I want to know what is going to happen to all of these violations of this defendant's rights. We have to have a system in place, a criminal process where the rights of the accused are also protected. We have to have confidence in that because if it happens to him, it can happen to you, it can happen to me. We have to have a balance. The pursuit of justice, we need that. These victims, they deserve justice. But how do you get justice when you constantly have all of these leaks, all of this information out? We don't even know if it's true. We have no way to confirm it. This is not in trial, at trial. This is not presented facts, evidence, no type of witness testimony. We don't even know if it's true. But what we do know is because of these leaks, the jury pool, it has been tainted. People have made their decision whether this person is guilty or innocent. Some believe he's guilty. Some believe he's innocent. Some believe they don't know. Some believe it's a police setup. Some believe that Brian Carter's attorney is involved in some way because she had formerly represented one of the victim's parents. It's so much information out there that it has really caused this jury, potential jury pool, to be tainted, and this defendant's rights have been violated. Due process he has not received. He will not receive a fair trial. I'm going to leave it there because I really don't want to go any further. But I do see that there is tampering in this case. And this again is a crime. I have said this before. You cannot continually pursue justice outside of the system. We have a criminal justice system that is designed to handle, process criminal cases. You are not an attorney. You are not a prosecutor. You are not law enforcement. You are out of bounds. And now it's rising to the level where this defendant's rights are now violated. And now the attention is off the case, off the victims, and placed it at a potential suspect when it should be on the victims, on the case, on the evidence, on the facts. We need to be pursuing justice for those victims, whether it be this defendant or additional defendants or someone completely different. The focus should be on that endeavor, not leaking information relating to the case, the witnesses, the evidence, that it may or may not be true. There is clearly a violation of due process. Thank you for checking out this video. I wanted to keep it straightforward, simple. Check out some of my other videos. Be safe, be smart, be savvy. I hope to see you in a future video. Take care, my friends. Be well. Bye, friends.